Welcome back, YouTube. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I do appreciate it as always. So today I want to react to a video that I saw on YouTube recently of a couple being killed right outside of the courthouse where they were going to file for a restraining order against a man that the wife was having an affair with. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into that, and then I'll give some reaction to it right after the video.
The gunman, identified as 26-year-old Christopher Farrell, had worked as a security guard contracted by MTS until a month ago. CBS 8's David Gottfredson joins us live from the downtown courthouse with details of court records that point to a love triangle as the motive for the murders. Good evening, David.
Yes, it's hard to believe that the gunman who shot and wounded a Harbor police officer himself was a recently fired MTS security officer. Police shot and killed him in Little Italy yesterday morning, but he's also accused earlier that morning of murdering a couple inside their vehicle just a block away from the downtown courthouse. All three of them were set to appear for a restraining order hearing. In this cell phone video, you can see a man in a green shirt hiding by an electrical box in Little Italy, right before the sound of multiple gunshots ring out. A Harbor police officer is wounded in the shootout, and the gunman is hit multiple times. Officers approach the gunman with canines and kick his gun away. The 26-year-old died later at the hospital.
I hear, put the gun down, and then just a firefight started, and I just jumped the fence.
I found court records that identify the gunman as Christopher Farrell, who until a month ago worked as an MTS security officer under contract with the agency. A husband and wife who lived in the Memorial neighborhood both had filed restraining orders against him last month after Farrell allegedly had a brief affair with the wife, who is also a mother of four. The married couple, 39-year-old Jose Medina and 31-year-old Rachel Martinez, were gunned down inside their Toyota Camry, allegedly by Farrell, as they arrived by the downtown courthouse to appear for that restraining order hearing. Shots rang out about 8:30 a.m. Wednesday, about a half hour before the scheduled court hearing. I'm with Channel 8. San Diego police officers were still on the scene Thursday on Tonawanda Drive in Paradise Hills, where neighbors tell me Farrell lived in this trailer for the past few months. Did you ever have any problems with him?
No.
Police there or anything?
No, not at all. He just kept to himself, parked his car right across from his trailer, and then walked in his trailer and never heard a peep from him.
The trailer was the scene of an alleged sexual assault in September involving the wife, Rachel Martinez. In her restraining order application, Martinez alleged Farrell handcuffed her and made her perform oral sex on him inside the trailer. A police report was taken. Farrell was arrested on October 4th, according to jail records, but police say because of insufficient evidence, criminal charges were never filed. Farrell was fired from his job as an MTS security officer, and his work firearm was taken from him last month following that report of the sexual assault inside the trailer.
First thing I'll say is this is a potential consequence of cheating. People take cheating very lightly, like, oh, I'll just go and I'll, bang this person or get banged by that person behind my partner's back. It won't be a big deal. They'll never know. This person seems cool, and you end up cheating with the psychopath that not only takes you out, takes your husband out as well. Now your 4 kids are without parents. They went on and smoked the dude who did it. And I don't know if you saw his date of birth, 10/30/98. His birthday had just passed. He was a young man. And you just don't know what kind of person he was to just crash out over a woman that was married, that had 4 kids. Okay, the thought that comes in my head is, was he actually entertaining the thought of this woman leaving her husband for him? she has 4 kids with him. That's going to be very difficult. Also, okay, the fact that you are the third party in their relationship, maybe you should just, and not condoning it, but if you're going to interact that way, which, you know, I don't support anybody being the third party of someone else's relationship. And this guy, clearly he had to be some sort of an emotional wreck, a needy person that for whatever reason could not handle the rejection, when in fact, I mean, it seems like he was rejected because of his own actions, you know, handcuffing the girl and doing whatever else he did to her, allegedly. But you know, there was no evidence, so that wasn't brought up in charges. But anyway, the fact that he had actually, I guess, a lot of guys would count it as a win to just be sleeping with someone that is in a relationship with someone else. It is not. Okay, that is not a win. If anything, that's a loss. And here's a perfect example of that. 3 lives lost because a woman steps out on her marriage, and now not only is she dead, but her husband's dead, the father of the 4 kids, and then this loser who couldn't accept whatever the scenario was. They talked about the restraining order, but more than likely, the woman was trying to say, listen, maybe this was a mistake, or you were a mistake. Maybe I still do want to cheat on my husband, but I just don't want to cheat on him with you because you're handcuffing me and putting a gun to my head and making me give you the top. You know, so I want something that's a little bit more calm. You seem like you were cool at first, but these are the consequences when you step out. And for example, you know your husband for as long as you've known him. So this is not something that your husband would have done. But this person that you met randomly, wherever you met him at, you don't know him. You endanger yourself, the husband, the 4 kids potentially could have been in danger. And also he gets himself smoked. So now his family on the back end have to suffer. Even though he did wrong, his family's still going to suffer because he's gone. Cheating, it never really, I mean, when does it ever really work out? I know a lot of people will say it does, especially if you can be in and out, you got whatever scenario going on. But at the end of the day, someone is losing in the cheating scenario. It's best to not even be involved. If some lady wants to cheat on the person she's with, let her go and find somebody else. Don't get caught up in that, because in the same scenario, just like how the husband and wife were trying to get a restraining order on this guy, it could have been the reverse, where the husband went to go and kill the guy for sleeping with his wife. It's all, you know, there's too many uncontrollable variables. You're too vulnerable in a situation like this to even indulge in it. Now, he was younger people, especially younger men, and I'm going to say especially younger women too, okay, are going to be much more likely to engage in this and see it as something that entices them, and that's something that they desire to do and want to go and fulfill those desires. But a lot of times you find yourself in scenarios like this where someone is getting killed or someone is being threatened. And, you know, I have to touch on the fact that the husband, now, you know, we can say what we want about the fact that he knew about the relationship, the cheating, and then went on and filed a restraining order against the guy with the wife. He has 4 kids with her. Not saying that I necessarily suggest or I'm okay with him staying, but I do understand you got 4 kids. Tearing apart the family over something like that may not have been the best decision. So he may have just wanted to keep it together, at least for the kids. And you never know, maybe it was something he did first and she was getting him back, or maybe it's something, you know, maybe they have an open relationship. They didn't go into that. So we can't really pass too much of a judgment on the husband staying involved, because it seems like there was reason enough for him to want to try to work it out, if nothing else, before the kids. But again, cheating, the scenario of cheating on one end or the other, someone is going to be screwed, and no pun intended by that, but someone will be screwed, whether it's the the person that is the third party or one of the two beginning parties that are involved in the relationship, someone is going to be the odd man out, and it's never good. And you never really know how someone is going to react when their emotions are involved. This was clearly one of those scenarios. But that's all I have to say about this situation. Thank you for coming back to my channel as always. Please subscribe to my channel, okay? Leave a like on the video, drop a comment, share the video, and until next time, I'll see you soon.